things, plenty of racing royalty. Five Flag Speedway was the place to be this weekend for racing fans. Some of the best young talent in the sport on hand to contest the annual Snowball Derby. Dan Shugart was at the track and takes us inside the wild action.
Racing's elite descend on Pensacola, and not just short track. Sprint Cup driver David Reagan starts on the pole. Kyle Busch 3 spots back. And legend Rusty Wallace is here to watch his son Steven, who won the Snowball as a 17-year-old in 2004. It's a trend, young scions of racing nobility making their own names at younger ages. Chase Elliott is the defending champ at 17.
They need to run good on these short tracks to get up to NASCAR and some of the bigger tracks. This is where you start. This is grassroots racing, and it sure is a lot of fun.
Reagan would lead until 15-year-old John Hunter Nemechek, son of Joe Nemechek, passed him on lap 31. Busch would also lead early. On lap 70, Eric Jones, a 16-year-old from Byron, Michigan, began a 34-lap stretch with the lead. It was a relatively uneventful race, but it warmed up halfway through. TJ Reed, number 41, led the 51 car of Kyle Busch when Busch got into Reed between turns 3 and 4. The carnage gathered frontrunners Casey Smith, Nemechek, and Chase Elliott. Reed would never lead again, and race officials penalized Busch by sending him to the back of the field.
Well, when you give people those situations to make those calls, sometimes they don't make the smartest calls. So, I blame myself for letting them, given the opportunity to make that call. But, we're hard racing, and I was on the outside of, I think, the 99 car, and I stepped on the gas for the exit of the corner, and TJ didn't go right away, and I hit him, tried to check up and get off of him, but he lost it, and, stacked up a lot of good cars, so I hate it for those guys.
Casey Smith would lead, then on lap 207, Johanna Long, Donnie Wilson, and David Rogers did a pas de trois in turn 4. Jones, who had pitted on lap 150, took control. And after his penalty, Busch was charging through the field to the front. With 30 laps to go, Jones appeared in control, but he had 120 laps on his tires, and fuel was getting low. He needed a caution. On lap 277, 23 from the finish, Hunter Robbins gave it to him. All the leaders to the pit, fresh tires for everybody. Busch came out first, then Jones, and Jeff Choquette, Grant Enfinger, and what was left of Elliott's car. With 17 to go, the 16-year-old Jones made his run at the NASCAR Star and caught him. For the next 10 laps, the two dueled door-to-door. Each lap, it appeared Busch might have him. Each lap, Jones held him off. With 8 to go, Eric Jones opened a little space and raced to the Snowball Derby Championship in his first try. And he did it by holding off one of racing's toughest competitors.
It's more than I could ever ask for, it really is. Especially beating Kyle Busch, a NASCAR star like that, and battling side by side with him. And this is the biggest late model race in the country, the biggest race I've ever won, hands down. And to be coming down here like this and winning this race, it means so much to me and my crew. And I can't thank everybody enough.
I asked him to drive my car there in Nashville Nashville for the Fairgrounds racetrack, and we knew what kind of talent he had, so he did a good job, and he held me a little tight, which is fine. We raced clean, we raced hard there, and I just couldn't get my car turned, burn my right front tire up.
Choquette would catch Busch for second, and the entire Jones family here from Michigan celebrated Eric's biggest win.
It's great. I am so proud, and I hope it continues because this is what he wants to do.
Lindsay, I guess you get the pendant, is that right?
I sure hope so. I mean, I go to every race, so I think I deserve it.
In a battle of NASCAR stars, late model greats, and young phenoms, for the second straight year, a 16-year-old won the Snowball Derby. Eric Jones becomes the first driver since Gary St. Amant 20 years ago to win the Snowball in his first try. He may have arrived in Pensacola from Michigan as a relative unknown, but he leaves as the people's choice. At Five Flag Speedway, Dan Shugart, Channel 3 Sports.